Very good morning to one and all. And today's topic, unit number 2. Now we're discussing about electrochemistry, right? Now we're discussing about electrochemistry and as well as corrosion. Now we will see in the electrochemistry, and before going to the electrochemistry, let me explain what is the difference between a conductor and as well as insulator. When you're discussing about conductors of two classification, conductors of two classification, the first classification electrical conductor and the second classification electrolytic conductor. Then what is the difference between electrical and electrolytic? Simple enough. Conductivity is identified under the electrolysis condition. Electrolysis condition lo conductivity unte then emuntadante electrolytic conductivity antaru. Best example, when the zinc is taken in the zinc sulfate and the copper is taken in the copper sulfate, zinc rod is known to be electrode and zinc sulfate is known to be electrolyte. And the copper rod is known to be electrode and the copper sulfate is known to be electrolyte. Sorry. Now see this. When the zinc rod is placed in the zinc sulfate and the copper rod is placed in the copper sulfate, where the zinc rod is known to be an anode and the copper rod is known to be cathode, then the zinc rod is placed in the zinc sulfate and the copper rod is placed in the copper sulfate. Now see here, it should be changed like this. Anion and the anode. Anode is always containing positive charge and the anion containing negative charge. Cathode is always containing negative charge. Cathode is always containing negative charge and the cation is known to be positive charge. Then what is the difference between anion and the cation? For suppose I'm taking the zinc sulfate, Zn plus 2 plus SO4 2 minus. Zn plus 2 is known to be that cation and SO4 2 minus is known to be that anion, right? Copper sulfate solution, Cu plus 2 is known to be that cation and SO4 2 minus is known to be that anion. Then what will happen during the process of electrolysis? During the process of electrolysis, what is happening is nothing but anion moves towards anode and the cation moves towards cathode. Generally, what we are saying about electrolysis in a single solution. Then, let me tell you in detail. What is the difference between, when I'm discussing, what is the difference between electrical conductivity and electrolytic conductivity? Electrical conductivity, which is explained in the solid substances, what is known to be solid substances? Just I'm taking iron rod, solid. Copper wire, solid. Nickel wire is also known to be, they are known to be solids. When you people are taking the solids, in the solids, there should be flow of electrons, right? There are the two classifications, conductor and insulator. When already previous class conductor, semiconductor, insulator, superconductor, right? What is known to be a conductor? The word the conductor is nothing but the flow of electrons takes place from one end to another end. Best example, iron. Iron is known to be a conductor. Now, when you are applying electric field, switchboard when it is connected to the DC. Now, when the iron rod is connected to the DC, then what will happen? The flow of electrons takes place from one end to another end. So it is known to be best conductor. Then, when we are taking a metal rod, when we are taking a solid, and those solid which containing electrical conductivity, what we are saying is free flow of electrons. That is known to be the free flow of electrons. Then what is known to be that electrolytic conductivity? The electrolytic conductivity which is explained in the solutions. The electrolytic conductivity which is explained in the solution, and those solutions, what we are saying that the solution must containing an electrode, the solution must containing an electrolyte, the solution must containing an electrode, the solution must containing electrolyte, and the solution that should be connected to an external electrical circuit, what we are saying as DC. Okay, then electrolysis condition, electrolysis condition, it should containing anode and electrolytic condition. It should containing cathode in the electrolytic condition, and the anode and the cathode both should be connected to external direct electric current. Now that might be a voltmeter, that might be an ammeter, that might be a battery. Then what is the difference between an electrolytic conductivity compared with that electrical conductivity? You see this. The difference between electrolytic conductivity and the electrical conductivity, when we are discussing in the electrical and the electrolytic conductivity, there might be mobility of charges. In the electrical conductivity, there will be the mobility of electron. Now, when we are discussing about when we are discussing about electrolytic conductivity, in the electrolytic conductivity, there will be the mobility of ions and there will be mobility of electrons. And the electrolytic conductivity loni, anion is most towards anode and cation is most towards cathode. I'm repeating. Anion is most towards anode and the cation is most towards cathode. Along with that, anode is known to be electron donor and cathode is known to be electron acceptor. Now we will see in detail. Let me explain. The first content regarding of electrochemistry is known to be the construction of galvanic cell. Construction of galvanic cell. In the construction of galvanic cell, I'm taking the zinc rod is dipped in the zinc sulfate solution and the copper rod is placed in the cupric sulfate solution. When the zinc rod in the zinc sulfate solution, it is known to be anode. When the copper rod is placed in the copper sulfate solution, it is known to be cathode. And the two solutions, they were connected along with the medium what we are saying as the salt bridge. What is known to be salt bridge? When I'm explaining the salt bridge is made up of agar gel. Okay. Then what is the role of salt bridge? Salt bridge can able to transfer electron from anode to that cathode. Only the transfers of electrons takes place. Point with each one. There is no transfers of anions and as well as cations. What will be anion here? Zn plus 2 is known to be anion. SO4 2 minus is known to be Zn plus 2 is known to be cation. SO4 2 minus is known to be anion. Cu plus 2 is known to be cation. SO4 2 minus is known to be anion. Simple. Anion containing the negative charge and the cation containing the positive charge. So what will happen here? When the two different solutions, the one should be zinc in a zinc sulfate and there should be the copper sulfate. When the zinc rod is placed in the zinc sulfate, when the copper rod is placed in the copper sulfate, when the two solutions are connected along with the salt bridge, the first category of reaction, what I'm saying is oxidation. What is known to be oxidation? Loss of electrons, what we are saying is oxidation. Zinc in the zinc sulfate, which is oxidized. Just to see, let's change that down. Now see this. The zinc in the zinc sulfate, which is oxidized, that means that Zn gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. You see this. Loss of electrons is known to be the oxidation. So what will happen here? When the zinc is placed in the zinc sulfate solution, now the zinc rod which is oxidized. Zinc rod is oxidized. The zinc rod which is oxidized, it gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons, which gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons. You see this. Zn plus 2 electrons. Then, and these 2 electrons, which is transfers, I'm repeating. Zn gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. Now, Zn gives rise to simple oxidation reaction. Loss of electrons, what we're saying is oxidation reaction. Zn gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons, right? Zn plus 2 electrons. And these 2 electrons, simple, these 2 electrons, they can travel. The electrons can be traveled along with the salt bridge to the copper sulfate solution. Now we will see this. What is the difference between zinc sulfate compared with that copper sulfate? When you are discussing about zinc sulfate with the copper sulfate, zinc sulfate is known to be electron donor and the copper sulfate is known to be electron acceptor. Zinc sulfate anadi electrons donate chestundi. Loss of electrons is always known to be oxidation reaction and the gain of electrons is always known to be reduction reaction. Simple. When the zinc gives rise to Zn plus 2 electrons, what we are saying is the loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation, and these 2 electrons are gained by the copper. You see this. These 2 electrons are gained by the copper, and Cu2 gives rise to Cu. Now, galvanic cell reaction is also known to be that an electrochemical cell reaction. Examination. What is known to be an electrochemical cell reaction? The galvanic cell reaction is also known to be that an electrochemical cell reaction. In the electrochemical cell reaction, what will happen? In the electrochemical cell reaction, zinc rod is placed in the zinc sulfate and the copper rod is placed in the copper sulfate. Zinc sulfate is known to be anode. Copper sulfate is known to be cathode. Now the two solutions are connected along with the medium is known to be salt bridge. The two electrodes are connected to an external circuit, what we're saying as a voltmeter, ammeter or the battery. Then what is the role of the voltmeter? The voltmeter which calculating the amount of the electrons, or the amount of the electrons, the number of electrons that might be transferred from zinc sulfate solution to copper sulfate solution. See what will happen here. Zinc is oxidized and the copper is known to be reduced. Zinc sulfate, the reaction what we are saying is oxidation reaction. Copper sulfate, the reaction what we are saying is reduction reaction. During the process, what will happen? During the process, the electrons donor I'm saying is anode, the electron acceptor is known to be cathode. Okay, the zinc rod is known to be a donor and the copper rod is known to be an acceptor. Now those electrons that is transferred, I'm repeating, the electrons that is transferred from anode to cathode, the free flow of electrons, what we are saying is electrical conductivity or electrolytic conductivity. Point when we are saying as a conductance can be defined as the free flow of electrons from one solution medium to another solution medium. The free flow of electrons takes place from anode to cathode. The free flow of electrons takes place from one end to another end. That might be a positive end to negative end, or that might be a negative end to positive end. Now we will see here the electrons flow takes place like this. The flow of electrons takes place like this from anode to cathode. Let's see this. The flow of electrons takes place from anode to the cathode. Now the amount of the electrons that has CP conditions. The amount of electrons at a CP condition. What is a CP condition? S indicating the standard, E indicating that electrode, P indicating that potential. The CP condition point the concentration, what we are saying as 1 molar concentration. The concentration is known to be 1 molar. The temperature I'm saying as a room temperature condition. Temperature that is known to be the 25 degrees centigrade. 25 degrees centigrade room temperature. When we are saying 25 degrees centigrade, that is known to be room temperature. And the pressure, what we are saying is 1 atmospheric pressure, 180 MP. I'm repeating. Now the practical should be done. Now when we are identifying galvanic cell construction, the construction of galvanic cell should be done at SCP condition. SCP conditions are then 1 molar concentration, 25 degrees centigrade temperature, and 1 atmospheric pressure condition. Under these conditions, what will happen? Under these conditions, zinc sulfate is oxidized and copper sulfate is reduced. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation and the gain of electrons is known to be reduction. Anodic reaction takes place at the zinc sulfate. Cathodic reaction takes place at the copper sulfate. Anodic reaction is known to be oxidation and the cathodic reaction is known to be reduction. Then what will happen? Electrons can be traveled along with the salt bridge. Electrons can be traveled along with the salt bridge from zinc sulfate to copper sulfate. I'm repeating. Electrons can be traveled from the zinc sulfate to copper sulfate. Then what will happen? Now we will have an voltmeter here. Hope you're understanding that. Now see this. Now what is the role of voltmeter? Right? Voltmeter. Just you are taking the voltmeter. The role of the voltmeter when we are taking is nothing but voltmeter that calculates in voltmeter that is calculating the amount of electricity that is produced when the electrons can be transferred from anode to cathode. That means that suppose zinc donating 50 electrons, that is known to be value is equals to X. Zinc sulfate that might be donating 100 electrons. Then what will happen? The more is the flow of electrons, the more is electrical power, the more is the voltage. I'm repeating. When the flow of electrons increases, the produced electric current is also increases. The amount of the voltage which is developed, I'm repeating, the amount of the voltage which is developed under a CB condition. I'm repeating. The amount of electricity that is produced, the amount of the voltage which is developed when the zinc is placed in the zinc sulfate and the copper is placed in the copper sulfate at 1 molar concentration at 25 degrees centigrade and 1 atmospheric pressure condition. The amount of electricity produced, now we can identify it in the voltmeter. Voltmeter that might be calculated. Okay. Now it is about electrochemical cell or the galvanic cell. Let me see the continuation here. Right. Now we will see the continuation here. In the continuation, let me explain. In the continuation, galvanic cell or the voltaic cell, the difference between the galvanic cell and the voltaic cell, both will be the same. There is a difference between galvanic cell and Daniell cell. There is a difference between galvanic cell and Daniell cell. Daniell cell containing porous membrane, galvanic cell containing salt bridge. Okay. Now, porous membrane తీసుకుంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటున్నాను? If you are taking the porous membrane, that is known to be the Daniell cell. If you are taking salt bricks, that is known to be the galvanic cell. That's how the process will be the same. Then the galvanic cell, when you are taking the concentration 1 molar of zinc sulfate and the 1 molar of copper sulfate at CP condition. 1 molar points 3 points గుర్తుంచుకోండి ఒకటి కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఇక్కడ నెక్స్ట్ చేశాడు 1 molar concentration 25 degrees centigrade temperature and 1 atmospheric pressure condition. So the construction of galvanic cell, zinc sulfate, what we are saying is it is known to be a half cell reaction. Half cell zinc sulfate. Copper sulfate is known to be that and another half cell reaction. Then zinc sulfate at 1 molar concentration and copper sulfate at 1 molar concentration. And the two half cells, they are combined with the salt bridge, which is combined with the salt bridge. Now it can take it as a complete cell reaction. Zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, they are combined with the voltmeter, they are combined with the salt bridge. Now the completion of the combination of two half cell reaction. The combination of two half cells, what we are saying is a complete electrochemical cell, complete electrochemical cell reaction. Right. You'll see the continuation here. What will happen here, right? Now, there are the two types of reaction. Zinc is acts as anode. The zinc is known to be an anode. What is the anodic reaction? Lead gives rise to lead plus 2 plus 2 electrons, and copper gains electrons. Gain of electrons is known to be reduction. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation, and the gain of electrons is known to be reduction. So, zinc sulfate is known to be anode, and copper sulfate is known to be cathode. Now, when we are taking the voltmeter at SCP condition, electrode potentials zinc sulfate is known to be 0.76 volt according to the electrochemical series. Electrochemical series which value తీసుకున్నాను zinc value ఎంత అండి minus of 0.76 volt and copper value is equal to 0.34. Exact value 0.34 అండి దాని డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ ఇట్లా చూసి మార్చుకున్నాను. The copper value is equals to 0.34 and zinc value is equals to 0.76. 76 or 77 తీసుకుంటే 76 తీసుకోండి. Then what will happen here? Now we are finding the net voltage of the electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell electrode potential differ calculate చేయడానికి మనకు ఒక రూల్ ఉంది మీకు అందరికీ తెలుసు. Electromotive force of cell is equals to E of RHS minus E of LHS, right? Just you are finding electromotive force of a cell. Electromotive force of cell is equals to right hand side. Right hand side, what we are saying is reduction reaction. E of RHS is going to be reduction reaction, right? E of RHS minus, now we are taking E of LHS. What is LHS here? LHS we are taking oxidation reaction. Simple. Electromotive force when you are finding, that can be writing like this, right? Electromotive force of cell is equals to E of RHS minus E of LHS. What is RHS minus LHS? RHS is known to be the right hand side. Right hand side, what we are saying is reduction reaction. Left hand side is known to be oxidation reaction. When we are finding the electromotive force of a cell, E of RHS minus E of LHS, reduction value minus oxidation value, copper value minus zinc value. When you are finding the copper value minus zinc value, the resultant value what we are getting is known to be 1.1 voltage. That means that reduction value is 0.34 minus of zinc value minus of 0.76 plus 0.34 minus of 0.76. Minus of minus become plus and plus 0.34 plus 0.76. So what will be the value here? The value is known to be that 1.1 voltage. Now we are getting the value is known to be that 1.1 voltage. What we are saying is that is known to be that the voltage of the voltmeter, the voltage of electricity when the zinc and the copper which is connected in a series under the electrolysis condition, under the electrolytic condition, zinc and the zinc sulfate, copper and the copper sulfate, when they are connected under the SCP condition, when they were connected the SCP condition, now we are finding the net voltage. The net voltage value is equals to 1.1 voltage. We'll see the continuation here. The flow of electrons takes place from zinc to the copper. Zinc is known to be anode, copper is known to be cathode. Zinc is known to be electron donor and copper is known to be acceptor. Loss of electrons is known to be oxidation and the gain of electrons is known to be reduction. The flow of electrons are identified in the voltmeter. Zinc rod loses electrons and the copper rod gains electrons. The concentration of zinc and the concentration of copper both should be remain same, right? Zinc sulfate is 1 molar, copper sulfate is also known to be 1 molar. Here you see this 1 molar concentration of zinc sulfate and 1 molar concentration of copper sulfate. The how we can represent an electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell can be represented like this. What is this? This is going to be salt bridge rotation. This salt bridge rotation. Left hand side, oxidation reaction. What is oxidation reaction? Zn2 plus. Oxidation number increases, oxidation. Oxidation number decreases, reduction. Simple. Zn2 plus. 0 2 plus 2, oxidation. Cu2 plus 2, Cu, reduction. How many electrons which is losing? Is n is equals to 2 here. Number of electrons lost is equals to 2. Number of electrons gained is equals to 2. So when you are writing the cell notation like this, left hand side is going to be oxidation reaction and the right hand side is going to be the reduction reaction. Now the question is how we can identify oxidation reduction. Oxidation reaction can be identified by Zn2 plus. Increasing oxidation state is going to be oxidation. Decreasing oxidation state is going to be reduction. Left hand side oxidation reaction and the right hand side what we are saying is reduction reaction. The net cell reaction can be identified like this, and it is about electrochemical cell reaction. Electrochemical cell reaction or the construction of electrochemical cell or the construction of galvanic cell. Now this question in your previous examination, which is asking frequently, the question which is asking for 7 to 8 marks. చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ మనకు అందరూ తెలిసిందే, బేసిక్ ఇంటర్మీడియట్ మీరు నేర్చుకుంది క్వశ్చన్ ఎక్సే అడుగుతున్నారు. ఓకే, నౌ